hopping in barrels, just like Kelly. Oh, Kelly, what did I do to you? We're both surfers and I'm cool like you. Is it my wipeouts or is it my hashtag sprees? Tell me why you won't follow me. I wrote that.
Dude, Kelly, follow him.
How's it? You know the rules. Aloha. Best surfer in the world, Sterling Spencer, and Cousin Ryan presents Pinch My Salt.
Oh.
Honestly, don't even want him to follow me.
Really? It's kind of degrading at this point.
I have something to admit.
What, about Kelly?
I don't follow him.
You don't follow Kelly? Booyah, Kelly.
Gotcha, bits.
Dude, I'm in full, Zach Galifianakis mode right now.
Why?
Look at me. When I get Starbucks, people write, Zach Galifianakis on my freaking cup, dude. They do.
No, they don't.
Yes, they have. I have video footage of it. Cut to it. See? You like my beanie?
Did Pam make that?
Pam made it. She's the
Pam's
church
rad.
the church secretary whittled this beanie for me.
Did she really?
Yeah.
She made that.
She made it, and she gave it to me. She brought it to my office, and I'll wear it to work knowing she's going to be there. Be like, look, I got my beanie on.
Did she really make that?
Yeah, she made it.
Look at all the colors.
Pam.
I want one, Pam.
Yeah, make one for Sterling, Pam. I don't think she watches. She watches. She's like an 80-year-old little lady. She's so sweet. Sterling, so what kind of mood are you in today?
What kind of mood am I in?
You look like you're kind of allergic to sleeves or something.
They call me sleeveless.
Dude, the gun's out.
They're kind of gunny, huh?
They're gunny.
I need a tattoo, huh?
Dude, let's get a tattoo when I get to my target weight.
Dude, I don't want to be 60 and getting tats.
Well, if my target weight, I could hire it up.
I was thinking of like a shark mouth right here.
Shark mouth?
And I
Yeah.
was thinking maybe a barbed wire tat with a shell in the middle.
Yeah. Look at this. What will your mom do?
She'll die finally.
If you get a tattoo, you're going to hell.
Do Christians still do that?
I think
Or have they let it go?
it's a verse out of context.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, dude, I got some new boards.
Yeah, what is it? Oh my Lanta. Dude, it's nice and white and crisp.
Dude, freaking JS.
JS?
Heath Nutty Walker sent me this.
Is that a good guy?
Do you know who Heath Nutty Walker is?
No, but he sounds like someone I should know.
Dude, Heath Nutty Walker is one of the gnarliest core lords in the early O's.
What's his name? Cornut?
Heath Nutty Walker.
Okay, Heath Nutty Walker.
He was
Sounds like a nice candy bar or something.
He was on freaking tour, dude.
Really?
He's from Gold Coast.
Dude, have you surfed some of his new stuff yet?
Well, he doesn't shape these.
Oh. Okay.
Heath Nutty Walker runs the U.S. These boards are from Australia,
Okay.
and Heath is originally from Australia.
Okay.
Lives in America,
Yeah.
and he's the distributor.
Sick. Well, that's cool. Do you like them?
You know what's funny? When I used to do the junior circuit in Australia,
Yeah.
JS's were like pure gold.
Oh, it's like the
He was the
Nike.
gnarliest shaper back then.
Nice.
And it was hard to get his boards because every surfer in Australia was getting JS's.
So they're always out of stock.
Well, he hand shaped them.
Oh my god.
There wasn't stock then.
Oh, okay. No stock.
He was just a shaper, and you had to put in your order.
Got it.
I think I was like 16, and I put in my order. I remember I went to his factory. I could tell he was like another freaking Seppo.
Another American idiot.
Well, he was just like, I wasn't anyone yet. And
Right.
and I wanted a board, and so I put $150 in.
That's a lot.
That was a lot. And dude, I never got it.
You never got
I
it?
never got the board.
Where'd they go?
Well, I was there for 4 months, and they were just like, we have so many orders.
Come back.
Sorry, mate. And I was kind of bummed. And like, I remember like emailing some guy. And I'm like, hey, I'll be back next year. Can I get a board by then? And they're like, yeah, mate, no worries. We'll have the board all ready for you. No worries.
No worries.
So a year goes by. And Gold Coast, the junior circuit started at Snapper Rocks.
Okay.
And so I go back to the factory and they're like, they just left. Like I was standing in the factory and they like just left like,
We'll go look.
Well, there was this thing they didn't want, like they're so competitive, Australians.
Yeah.
They didn't want to like give Americans boards so they would be as good. So I think they like sabotaged me.
Dude. But you got one.
Well, 20 years later. Finally got one.
Well, yeah.
So yeah, I put $150 down on this board 20 years later.
That is hilarious.
Like literally I remember being so bummed. Like
did you tell your dad? Like, Dad?
Well, he had nothing to do with it.
Not that he could like throw his weight
He
around.
wasn't even with me.
Give me my son's board.
I mean, this is freaking early as Australia. Like some of the coolest times ever.
Right. Everything was written on paper.
There's no internet. Like Mick Fanning, Joel Parkinson, and Dean Morrison had this movie out called 3 Degrees.
3 Degrees.
And that was like the gnarliest. It was JS, DHD. Those were the two like main biggest surfboards in Australia. So they would like, everyone had one.
Yeah.
And I remember watching guys that didn't surf good all of a sudden like were shredding.
Dude.
I remember being like, dude, I need one now. I remember TJ Barron. I was with him and Reynos, and TJ won the contest
On a
He
JS.
was on a JS.
Shoo.
I was like, you didn't get mine.
Well, dude, good on ya.
So finally, thanks, JS, for finally.
Yeah. Heath Nutty Walker.
Heath Nutty hooked it up.
That's sick. Well, good on ya, mate. So now Australians kind of like you. You kind of look, I'm just saying, just like an Australian right now. With them freaking arms out.
I'm trying not to like float my boat too much.
Yeah.
But me and Australians, it's like
this.
I think Floridians and Australians are very close.
Oh, we're kind of the Australia of America.
We are. And
alligators.
I think it's the heat.
And the gators.
Yeah, the gators.
Dude, we're like totally.
I think that's why we connect so good.
Yeah.
Because like everywhere else in America, it's kind of like super PC. In Florida, anything goes. In Australia, anything goes, dude.
It's
Just
hot.
fucking Chuck it.
Chuck it in me dumpa.
Chuck it in me dump and no
It's
ice.
hot here. We have alligators. There's beer everywhere.
We have blue bottles. Australia has blue bottles.
blue bottles?
Those are jellyfish.
Oh. Blue bottles. We have jellies.
They have the same Portuguese man-o-wars.
Portuguese man-o-wars. Dude. I know. We're Australia. That's sick.
We are the Australia of America.
Dang.
We're always sunburnt.
Yeah, kind of a little pissed off.
Yeah, we're just like, ah. Dude, all my freaking best friends were Australians back in the day.
Yeah, because we're kindred brothers.
Yeah, we were. Paul Fisher used to tell me the craziest stories.
Dude.
When they're like 14, they're raging.
I have heard that it's actually good for people to drink young because they get it out of their system.
They're all doing great now.
Yeah,
he's a DJ. Well, I think drinking age is 18 there.
Oh, so 3 years ahead.
But they seem... No, they don't seem more responsible.
That's why we love them. We love you Australians.
But none of them become alcoholics there.
Well, I think Aki had a couple issues. He might be the one black sheep. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like their guts are different.
Yeah, they have better livers or something.
Yeah, their livers, they're very functioning alcoholics.
Right.
Because their work ethic is amazing in Australia.
I feel like they're just outside doing stuff all day, building houses.
Yeah, there's no such thing as like their culture. It's like maybe because it's so pro drinking, they're also so pro like work.
Yeah.
Like there's not many lazy Australians. I'm sure there is, but like
Good.
all the Australian guys that I used to chill with, like we would surf and like cruise them, and then they'd be like, "Oh, I gotta go put some tile down." Like they had like these
A granite
normal jobs.
Yeah.
They're all like laborers.
I know. They're kind of like the Mexicans of the world or something.
It was like there were Mexicans and white people in
Mixed.
one there.
Yeah.
Like here, we're so lazy.
I know. It's like different kind of
No one
lazy.
does manual labor here. Are you kidding me?
Just those guys in white trucks, contractors.
Well, they just yell at people.
They just yell at Australians.
Mexicans.
I know, dude. We had roofers on our house, or a Mexican crew. They would down a 24-pack of Pepsi and Coca-Cola.
Really?
And then just sleep in the yard and then get back on the roof. And
They sleep in the yard?
yeah, they'd be like under my trees, their heads like up against a tree with a hat down.
Like a nap?
Take a little siesta or whatever.
Dude, no one will put roofs on like Mexicans.
No, they're killers.
I've never seen anything like it.
Dude, I got on my roof to put up Christmas lights and I was like, how do they do this in July? Up here
All day long in
all
the
day
sun.
long.
And they blast music.
And they're just sucking down Coca-Cola, dude. They love Coca-Cola.
And they'll live longer.
I know, they'll be 90. So will Australians. What's the lifespan of an Australian?
I would say 60.
Because they live life hard.
They live pretty hard.
I'm surprised Aki's still with us. Yeah, no. Ugh. Pinch My Clips, sponsored by West Peak.
We're freaking West Peaking.
We're West Peaking, guys. Thanks for everybody who's sending clips. And by supporting West Peak, you're supporting us, guys. Dude.
Oh my gosh. Hello.
What's Aqua Coco?
Dude, that trash can shot is nerdy.
Is this one of his, like a 400th sponsor?
God, look at all that single-use plastic.
Dude, Rob Machado would kill him.
Machado would kill him.
Dude.
Oh my gosh, this guy.
What
This wipeout. Oh, is this the worst wipeout at Pipeline ever? Might be the worst wipeout ever at Pipeline.
Are you serious?
Look at this. Oh my gosh, and look at him get folded. Look at his legs.
Where did he go?
And look, the whitewash threw him over again. How did they survive this?
Is there a lot of chiropractors in Hawaii? Okay, Sterling, this guy looks like he knows what he's doing. He drops in.
Yeah, he's a good surfer.
And what happened? Boink?
I mean, I think he just didn't know the rules.
Maybe his girlfriend dumped him the night before
Right.
and he's distracted.
Well, the famous turtle, he said, remember?
Don't be here.
When the wave breaks here, don't be there. You're going to get drilled.
So when the wave breaks here, don't be there, or you're gonna get drilled.
And this is what he meant.
This is it.
Gee.
This is what he is warning. Italo's back?
Dude, Italo, does he have a tongue sponsor? Whoa.
What is going on? Did he shave his eyelashes or something? Why is he...
Oh, that's a thing I think guys do.
What?
It's kind of like a sign for I'm baddie. So
Oh, really?
this is like a baddie
He's
boy.
a baddie.
Yeah, he's a baddie boy. You
He
see-
is a baddie.
Look at that face.
Look at his eyebrows. It's like he's morphing into something new.
Yeah. There's two type of people I would never want to fight. Brazilians
Yeah.
and a woman on her period.
He's a baddie.
He's a baddie.
Dude, I wonder if chicks in Brazil go bananas over him.
Well, he is like 5'2".
Maybe that's why he has to baddie it up
Oh, yeah.
to make up for the height.
Yeah.
But he's got all the tricks. Look, haircut, check.
I don't know if the haircut's a check. Look at that.
I mean, that's a baddie hairdo
Oh, okay.
in Brazil.
Dude, Scooter Extreme.
Dude, his scooter ain't coming back.
Wait.
Look at the hair.
Oh, my God.
Bell bottoms.
Oh.
He's
back-
milking everything. He's leaving no meat on that bone.
No, I'm leaving it for the rest of us. Where did you find that rail? Power lines.
See the way he landed that?
God.
This is the coolest scooter I've ever seen.
Dude, this guy.
He could change the world.
Whoa.
That's kind of sick.
I know. I kind of like that.
Shoo, shoo.
Where's he finding all these rails?
What kids park is he at?
Spring rails?
Spring rails? Gosh, he's so styling when he lands.
I kind of like this guy. Whoa.
What? Dude, we gotta sponsor this kid.
Dude, I'll sponsor him.
He's kind of sick. It kind of makes me want a scooter.
Seriously.
What?
I've never seen some of this stuff.
Dude,
He just lip slid
dude, that was kind of sick.
And a unison.
What? He hangs out with unis?
Where is he?
Who
Iceland?
is this guy? What's his name? Juzzy Carter?
Jizzy Carter.
Jizzy Carter.
Dude, an old trampoline. I think this is the ender. Oh. Grass. Not.
What?
Dude. Jizzy Carter, dog.
Dude, this guy's sick. I'm claiming this is badass.
Dude.
Like, that got me hyped. Oh my gosh, is that Jamie Thomas? There's Tony Hawk.
Oh, yeah.
They're skating the bowl together. Look at Tony Hawk.
Oh, my. There's Jay Adams. Dang.
Dude, this is gnarly. All the freaking goats.
Dude, Tony Hawk, Jamie Thomas. Who else is in there? Eric Costin? Day One Songs in there?
There's Day One Songs.
Dude, the goats.
Look.
Wow.
There's Chris Markovich.
There's Alfonso Rawls. Whoa. John.
And who's your favorite surfer?
Tom Curren.
Tom Curren? Not Kelly Slater?
Is that Nathan?
Uh-huh. Dude, he's calling Kelly out hardcore at 8.
Shots fired, Kelly.
Jeez. Look at, dude, Nathan in the back. That's just, I never heard him talk.
When he was little.
Dude, when he was little, all he did was bite his fingernails and stare at me. What's crazy, when I started surfing pipeline, I was 12.
Yeah.
So John started surfing pipe at like 4. I remember him and his mom out at pipe. She used to longboard pipe.
Oh, she was a shredder.
Yeah. And it would be a smaller day and stuff. And I remember I caught like my gnarliest pipe wave. And I remember looking back and John's on the next one. I'm like, he's 4.
They were born and raised there. It ain't fair.
Someone messaged me. They're like, why do you think John's so much better? I was like, he's freaking surfing pipeline with his mom.
Yeah.
You know how comfortable that is?
Yeah, the placenta was still...
The hardest thing about being a kid is being away from your mom. Imagine your mom paddling on a pipeline with you. How strong you would
I never
feel.
thought about that.
Dude, that freaking Mom John. I hope they buy her a house.
Her name is Mom John?
They call her Mom John.
Oh, that's cool.
Like, they owe her so much. She's such a good mom.
Do you think that kind of hurts Nathan's feelings?
What do you mean?
Not being called Mom Nathan or something?
I know.
I wasn't joking.
Mom Nathan.
Doesn't...
It just doesn't work.
What is this called, Sterls?
Oh, dude, this is Wade Goodall.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, he stopped surfing and now now he rides everything.
Oh, it's called like body riding?
He's life surfing. Just coming over. Just kidding. I'm out here later.
So this is life surfing.
I would love to go to school like this. The teacher is like, let's go. I'm up.
Whoa.
He's like a fainting goat.
Yeah.
Dude, this guy is an artist. Look at this.
He's
It's so rad. It's like drunken monkey lifing. Have you seen that guy freaking trying to ollie down Jaws?
Oh, he tried to ollie off it?
I'm gonna make it!
Sudden death.
Dead. Look at the board. I can kill you.
All right. Uh-oh. Italo.
He's
This
back.
is the Italo episode.
I want to live in America.
Whoa.
Jeez.
Save some for the rest of us,
Jeez. How much tail can he throw?
Gosh.
He's slaying so much tail. So
What? So what?
he's wearing straps
He's strapped up.
and he's getting towed in.
Must have been a slow day.
And you remember when Laird said it's not harder?
Yeah, but this is a skimboard wave.
Well, he can't do this stuff without straps. He can't do these flips.
Dang, you're right.
And he's getting towed in. He's getting so much speed.
It looks cool.
It's so much easier. I want to freaking tow.
I want to try.
I know.
Like I want a foam pit.
I need like a good couple weeks at Sky Zone
Yeah.
to warm up.
Yeah.
Told you that it would be impossible that you would.
Dude, I remember these two.
Who are these?
I used to watch them in old surf movies. back
Bobby
in
and
the day.
Anna.
I think they called him Tarzan or something.
He looks like Tarzan.
Look at them charging Porto Escondido, dude.
He looks like she's a hostage.
like, I don't want to do this.
He's a gun.
Look at the leg. I always remember the leg out. Bottom turns were so sick. That poor guy paddling out. Did you see him?
He was like, oh!
Double barrel all the way.
Jeez.
Dude, they're slaying in the barrel.
That I can't say for sure, but I don't know if any other couple has ever experienced what we've experienced.
No,
Nope, you're right.
Crazy.
This is my favorite shot. Hold on, not the guy in the water, but look at them. Just look.
Oh, he hit that guy. Go back.
Where?
Look at this guy paddling out.
Oh yeah, right over him. But look, it looks like he's.
Come on. Dude, why didn't Laird do this?
Oh, with Gabby?
Yeah.
Because Gabby was too smart.
Wonder where they are today.
They're probably in therapy.
Dead.
Yeah.
Dude, this chick is brave.
What's the point?
She's putting a lot of trust in this Tarzan, dude. I love the one-legged.
Was he insecure? He needed like a comfort pillow like me?
Yeah.
What's going on here? Check this out. Have you ever heard of surf fishing? Have you ever heard of surf? Dude,
That's a good idea.
literally surf fishing.
I love that. I've never seen this.
Hooks on a surfboard.
That's genius. And look at him.
He's shredding.
You can shred while waiting for the fish.
Yeah,
Do they
dude.
get one?
Let's see.
Dude, he's shredding.
I'm going to try this. I love fishing.
Where do you get one of these?
I don't know. I'm going to look it up.
Should we make one?
Top water or best. So he doesn't catch a fish. But it's sick,
Jeez,
right?
It really messes with my emotions there.
Dude, even during the cold months, I West Peak.
I think this is my favorite flavor right now.
Cooler?
It's got a hint of yuzu lemon.
I don't know how to say it, but yeah, you can taste the lemon.
This has a hint of lemon and plum.
Ooh. I know we've talked about this before, but I love this company because they use the real stuff. It's good.
It feels different.
It's not the...
Like you don't feel gross the next day.
No, this
You
stuff
feel
is...
powered up.
It's like an organic... It's just good.
Yeah, it's all our freaking natural flavors.
Mm.
Dude, when I opened this up,
Yeah?
the endorphins went off in my brain.
Oh, like...
It smells insane. I feel like people back in the day didn't know stuff could taste this good.
Oh, no
in
way.
liquid form.
I know, the poor...
If you took this back to like 1930,
Yeah.
and they're like drinking freaking...
Well, they're going through the Great Depression.
and we're
Nope.
They're like,
They would not have had a Great Depression.
it would have been on.
I know.
They would have been peaking.
I know.
They would have been like, this is perfect. We don't want to do anything anyways.
We could build a time machine, go back to when all the stock
Just
markets...
give them a West Peak.
Dude, the no Great Depression. Guys, go to drinkwestpeak.com.
I honestly think this is the best thing that's ever gone in my mouth.
Dude, I don't know everything that's gone in your mouth, but I believe you. Guys, go to drinkwestpeak.com. Use code PINCHMYSALT to get 20% off. Peak with us, guys.
Peaking!
Can I tell you something real quick?
Yeah.
So I've been doing push-ups. I've
Really?
been doing pull-ups. I watched a video where, because my back's kind of lame, so I've been doing some like pull-ups, but kind of like the cheat way. And I'm trying to get back into it, doing my steps, trying to get moving. And now I go on Instagram and I see this like chick CrossFitting her brain out, and she's like doing muscle ups,
Gnarly.
and it kind of makes me feel bad.
Does it?
It kind of makes me feel like I'm poor and they're showing off all their money.
Their money muscles?
Like, it's kind of rude.
It's rude to you, huh?
Well, like, it's like I'm working on it, and I have weaknesses. And it's like the way I look at it is like a guy that's poor, like, and he's working hard, but he's poor, and someone's like
Showing their monies.
money. It's like, so I'm
Showing their muscles.
yeah. So I get a little ticked off, and I'm like, come on, don't.
Why doesn't it inspire you?
It does inspire me, but it also is like, it kind of like makes you feel like I've got so much work to. I'm just telling you my truth, okay?
Right.
It makes me feel a little bummed watching some like 40-year-old mom like
gnarly.
she's doing handstands across the CrossFit gym, and I'm like, can do like 8.
You have a cane?
I'm like, I can barely do 4 pull-ups. It just kind of bums me out. I guess what I'm trying to say is, don't post that stuff.
You just gotta use it to feel the fire.
I know.
Like one day you'll be that mom.
It's kind of like The Pursuit of Happiness, Will Smith. Like, one day I'll make all the money. Yeah.
One day you'll have all the muscles.
One day I'll beat up.
Well, I've told you, if you could realize you're ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people put on a ton of weight to gain muscle.
And I put it on.
You've already done it.
I did it on accident.
Now you just have to turn it into muscle.
All right. It's
You've
happening.
been carb loading for decades.
So change my perspective.
Just pretend you've been carb loading for 10 years.
Or, like I saw this comedian say, just say I used to be 350. When someone sees a fat guy, you're like, well, I used to be 400 pounds. And they're like, oh,
You've lost a lot of weight.
this guy's dedicated. So, Sterling, we've been on a lot of surf trips together. California, Mexico, Peru.
Right.
And I've always wondered, because I don't really know what I'm looking at when I look out at the water.
Those are chicks.
Those are chicks? How long does it take for just an average, if you could just put it all together, to check out surf, to see if it's worth paddling out? Can you know instantly, or do you have to stand there and wait for like 8 sets to go by?
Me?
Yeah, like the average good surfer.
Well, I'm getting to a place where I only need like a minute.
Like 60 seconds.
Like we had a groundswell last week.
Ooh.
And there were so many different places to check, but you just have to use it's like a Jedi force.
Right.
Because I've looked at it so much at this point.
You just can see
I get a certain excitement when I feel that. I know it's on. So and sometimes I check it, and if I'm not feeling like I need to rush to my van, then I listen to that. It's like, oh, it's not that.
Yeah.
Because you can hear other people's perspectives, and like I'm always looking for just the gnarliest.
Right.
And so like, like, oh, that's freaking longboard Larry. Like he's not looking for what I'm looking for. Like you got to be careful of who you're listening to.
Right. I remember when we pulled up with what was this? Nick Rosa, Tonino. There was a filmer, a reef photographer. We pulled up in Mexico, and you guys were like, you just saw a friggin' naked woman. You could feel the energy.
We were at La Bamba.
Dude, you guys were like, Nick was smoking cigs. You were like,
Had the chancho suit
you
on.
guys were all just like, and I could feel the energy. And you guys knew instantly it was like on.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude. And then that other filmer took my spot, and I had to film at a crappier spot. But
Right.
so sometimes you just know, and sometimes it's like, especially here in Florida, right? Because of the rips and the sandbars.
It's harder here
Yeah.
because you're looking. The surf's so weird here.
Yeah. Dude.
It's like one wave could look good and be like, no, it's a trick.
Do you ever bring a West Coaster here? Like when Rob came here and visited, and you're kind of like ashamed to show him the beach. Like embarrassed. It's like showing off your fat girlfriend or something.
And here she is, boys.
She has a good personality, a lot of character. Like, because when Rob visited here, the waves were like.
Well, it was in the middle of summer, and he
yeah.
wasn't here to surf.
So you kind of.
So he was stoked to get anything.
So did you kind of say that? Well, it's summer, and
No,
she's been
he already
dieting.
knows the rules.
Okay.
If someone was like traveling here to surf to get good waves, I'd be like, oh no, dude.
Save the money.
Well, the thing is, we get great waves. It's just so tricky.
I know.
Like 1 hour, you can be off,
Yeah.
and it's over.
I know.
You missed it.
You missed it.
So that's the tough part. Like, we kind of get great waves, but it's just, dude, you get these tiniest windows to get it.
No.
So that's the issue. It's not. If I like got someone in the right spot at the right time, they'd be like, "Holy crap! It's good here."
I know. All these tourists show up and they're like, "There's no surf here, right?" And I'll like, go to your Instagram and I'll like, "Well, no, this is my cousin," and you're like barreled, and they're like, "That was out there," and I'm like, "Yeah." People talk crap about us.
Do they?
Yeah.
Well, did you hear Trump is renaming the Gulf of Mexico?
Yes, dude. What do you think about that?
Gulf of America.
Is it gonna happen?
I kind of like it.
I always call it the Gulf anyways. I don't even say Mexico.
Really?
I'm not
'Cause you're
racist. No. I say Gulf. You going to the Gulf? But Gulf of America's got a nice...
Proud.
It makes me feel a little safer.
Is that the Gulf of Mexico or the Gulf of America?
Like, sometimes I've looked out there, I'm like, dude, Cuba could just come on over with some tanks and stuff.
We're taking this beach.
But now if it's called Gulf, what do you guys think in the comments? Should it be called Gulf of America?
I'm kind of into it.
I kind of like it.
It's like, why not be proud?
I know. My wife was like, why? Just leave it alone. I'm like, shut up.
Shut up, you old hag.
Shut up, you old stinker. How important is style to you in surfing? Is it everything? 90%, 80%? Like if you could put it in a percentage, how much does style matter?
You know, freaking The Karate Kid, the movie.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm Mr. Miyagi.
Really?
I think style and technique to me is everything to surfing, because to me, Tom Curren is like, to me, he started the art form of modern day surfing.
Right.
He like took what he saw from the elders and turned it into this whole new thing, it feels like. Because before Tom Curren, they were riding longboards, and then it went to single fins, and then right before Tom, like when he got on tour, it switched to twin fins to 3 fins. So he grew up on single fins, and then went to twin, and then went to 3 fin.
Got it.
So the way Tom learned was from longboarders, from big wave surfers. Like he watched like Nat Young. He watched the original shortboarders of our history. And he like digested it, and then took surfing into this new realm of style and technique. Like I was just watching this Curren clip, you can show it. And the timing between his turns, it's like a lot of people don't understand how hard it is to wait that long to do those turns. Like I watch guys now on tour, they can't wait between turns. Their brains are moving so fast. It's like they can't. Tom will do the gnarliest turn and then stop.
And wait.
And it's this big, and he'll wait and then goes into the next turn. And people don't understand how hard that is, because waves are so intense and fast, and to slow it down to make it look like you're just walking down the street.
Right.
That's the magic of surfing.
Wow.
Like longboarders, what made longboarding magic back then is they would hang on the tip of the nose, and they made it look so easy. That's what was the art form.
Yeah.
To me, the art form is everything, where like I've kind of dedicated my life studying surfing.
Right.
Like I can watch anyone any surfer, just show me a clip and I'll name who they are. Like that. Like I know their style. I know like their weaknesses. I know their strengths. I feel like that surfing is karate in the sense of like a black belt master. When they teach karate, they're watching like the tiniest little things of why. And when I watch Tom, like he's like he's the Michael Jordan of surfing. Like he made it to what it is now. And I feel like we don't appreciate it because style isn't judged anymore.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what the tour is missing.
Yeah.
NBA did such a good job of celebrating their history, and like WSL's kind of like they're trying to be something that's not.
Yeah.
And it's lost its luster.
And you're saying Tom doesn't get the respect he deserves?
Tom needs statues everywhere.
Yeah.
Like he's the modern day. The way we all shortboard is because of Tom.
And most people don't even.
And we're not even close to how good he was.
Dang.
That's what's crazy.
So when you're talking about the patience, nowadays surfers are just shredding the crap out of the wave and not taking their time. And
dude, there's so many guys on tour that are just so insane, athletic wise.
Yeah.
But they don't even know how to surf, honestly. Not to like sound super gnarly.
Yeah.
They don't even know they don't even understand the rails of their boards. They don't even understand why their fins are where they are on the board.
Weird.
They're just so athletic. They just know how to put it everywhere.
Yeah.
But like, like Tom Curren's generation and like my dad's, like they had to know how to shape. They had to know these things to surf. Like we don't even know why. We just like put things on things and we go. We're like, it just works.
Yeah.
And that's to me, like there's so many guys on tour. Like for a good example. He could yell at me if he wants. But Griffin Colapinto, if I could get him on a mini Simmons. Minnie Simmons changed my surfing.
Okay.
Because when I was younger, like that WSL picture that I showed you,
Yeah.
I didn't even know how to do a cutback yet.
Like a true one.
I was just like these guys. I was just super athletic.
Right.
And I could just make it happen. But I didn't even know. And I got a Minnie Simmons when I was like 28. And it's the hardest board to ride.
What is it?
It looks like a door. It looks like a coffin. And it's super wide. And it's got these two
tails.
It's got these like freaking fins that barely go into the water.
Oh, I've seen it. Yeah.
And when I first started riding it, I was trying to ride it like my normal short. I was like, dude, this is the worst board ever. And then I was like, I was bored and I just kept doing it. And I was like, oh, this is finally teaching me everything I needed to, that I never learned.
Rah?
Right.
I was like, wow, and rah.
So I started riding this Minnie Simmons. And Minnie Simmons was it's a design from the first shortboard ever made, which was a knee board.
Oh my God.
So they turned a knee board into a surfboard. We started standing up on them.
Dang.
But the reason why this board, it will teach you how to actually surf, like Tom Curren.
Yeah.
It's like you have no fins and you have to use your rail. You have to, like, for the board to work, you have to actually know how to use your rails.
Okay.
So that teaches you, you can ride a board with no fins and ride it like a short board. It teaches you how. So when you get back to a 3-fin, it's like a whole new world.
Yeah.
When I went back to shortboards, I started doing turns like, oh, I'm finally doing it right. Like my whole life, I could do it, but I'm not really like on my rail just right. And dude, when I freaking, John knows how to use his rails. That's why I was watching John in the finals last year. I'm like, these guys don't have a chance because John, it's like, I feel like a lot of these guys need to go back to the basics if they want to move forward.
Right.
And John's he's kind of an old surfer because when he was 8, he was surfing with Kelly at Pipeline. His favorite surfer was Tom Curren. You see that clip?
Yeah.
Tom Curren.
Tom Curren? Not Kelly Slater?
And so he was around these guys at a super young age learning the proper techniques.
Yeah.
So it showed in that final at Lowers, it just showed. Like I was watching the other guys and they're trying to move too much and John was like,
yeah. It's like they, like you said, started from the beginning and fully understood what the board is and how it's shaped and why.
It's like they have to go back to the freaking Duke.
Yeah.
Like ride a board with no fins. In the movie North Shore, Rick Kane, Chandler made him like ride a board with no fins at first, and then he made him ride like a big 9.0, and like he made him ride all these boards that were super hard to ride.
Yeah.
So by the time he got to the short board, he was ready.
Yeah.
It's just like the Karate Kid.
Dude.
And I feel like literally if I could like all these guys on tour, like there's so many guys like so close to winning.
Yeah.
I'm like, you just need to go backwards.
It's like you need to break them down and build them back up.
Because they can already do 1080s.
1080s, dude. Dude.
But the problem is when you're in the final heat of the contest and you're trying to do a 1080 and you're nervous as hell, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Your basics need to be so rock solid where you're someone's normal 5-point ride is your 8-point ride.
Yeah.
And you're not even trying yet.
Dude.
That's where John's at. Like his turning's so gnarly.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't even trying that hard. But the waves were hard to ride and his basics were so solid. He's just like,
yeah. And Italo, not to poo-poo.
yeah, exactly.
Italo's
Italo's dancing, spinning. Whoa! And you can't land those constantly. There's too much physics involved.
Right.
Wrong spray, wrong wind, wrong this, wrong that.
Bubble.
But if you know thy rail, It's always solid.
Dude,
It's
this is
always
a
there.
great example. Italo versus John at the last one.
It's perfect.
Because
example.
Italo was landing the gnarliest
He was
little...
spinning and dancing and prancing.
He looked like a X Games guy out there.
Yeah, he was a rollerblader. Like,
And then you got freaking John with his curly blonde hair just...
John did the biggest turn out of the gate, like,
And Italo's waiting for the air section.
yeah, it's like back to the
Interesting.
basics, dude.
That's very cool.
And I feel like it's like not too many people can see it anymore. That's why, like, I'll like sit in my van, like listening to the wind. Like,
Tom.
I was like, I'm a disciple of Tom, and I'm not even close to Tom's level.
Really?
Like, Tom's level is so high. Like, if you watch Kelly, especially in his younger years, he's trying to surf like Tom so hardcore.
Nice.
Like, I watched him try to move his head the same, and like Kelly's kind of like Kobe Bryant to Michael Jordan. You know how Kobe
Yeah.
tried to do exactly
He looks just like Michael.
Dude, Kelly's the same way. And no disrespect, Kelly's not even close.
Really?
I'm telling you, Tom Curren is on such a gnarly level of technique. It's mind-boggling. Like, I'll watch him, and the way he's using his technique with the rails to, dude, I'm telling you, it's like, it's not impressive because it's like, it's such a niche
Right.
thing, but like, Brad Gerlach's a good example. He like teaches kids, and he's super about, you know, the techniques, and he was like under Tom Curren, like learning. And like a lot of the guys he coaches, like this kid Taro, he surfs so gnarly, and his technique is there, but he doesn't get scored. His surfing is so much gnarlier, but it doesn't get scored. It's like,
It's a shame.
well, I mean, I always go back to this. I feel like we all have to get back together and like, what are we doing here?
What are we judging? What's surfing?
Right.
What is it?
Because I watch Gabriel Medina.
Uh-oh.
He should be getting like 2 points less. I'm watching his back. He's not even bending right. He doesn't know how to bend properly.
Right.
Like watching Aki and watching all these legends, Gabriel, he bends like this. He bends like that.
Looks
You're
good.
supposed to be like this.
Oh.
This is good technique. You bending from the ankles down like a squat. He bends like, Gabriel bends like this. Every time I see him like bottom turn, it's like this half.
Weird.
I'm like, he's not even properly doing a bottom turn.
So what you're saying is we need to get back to it, get all the judges together and be like, what is real
It's
surfing?
hard, dude, because like only a few people,
Give a crap.
like Tom Curren, like, can we actually get him to judge? He'll be staring at birds.
That's why we
There's a bird over there.
That's why we love him.
Every day I'm still studying
Right.
the art of surfing. Like I have my surf skate before I surf, and like literally it's like, it's so much muscle memory to surf right.
Right.
So many times I will bend wrong. Like I don't want to go all the way down, like
You're like, oh, I just did a
technique.
Medina.
And sometimes I'm like, okay, I just need to bend my head, and then it'll click in. I'm like, all right, I'm back.
Nice. Well, is there other surfers out there that can agree with Sterling, that understand this? Do you think there's core lords out there?
Oh, for sure.
Real quick, 5 top stylish surfers, like what you're saying.
Okay.
So like start at 5.
Okay, we know Tom's at the top. I don't know if I can do 5, but here's my
Okay.
bunch.
Okay.
Rob Machado,
Ooh, yeah.
Aki.
Yep.
Ethan Ewing. He's up there. He's one of the newest I'll accept in the
Into it.
top.
Okay.
Tom Carroll. A lot of people love this kid, Michael February.
Ooh.
What I really love about him, he's like 7 foot tall. He's so tall.
He's a big guy.
He's tall and slender. And what I love about his style is like, he was kind of like a tour surfer core lord,
Yeah.
but it never looked right
Hmm.
because his body type was never meant. It's like he finally just started surfing like the way he was supposed to.
Instead of copying the tour people.
It just never worked. Like, even though he could do it, it just, now that he's writing like alternative, whatever he wants shapes, it fits him so much better. Some people are just jazz musicians,
right?
In surfing.
I get you.
Like, I think that's why, like, when I was younger, I had a naturally a really smooth style, and I wanted to be Taj Burrow so bad.
Oh.
And Taj is this super like herky, like Taj style is rad. It's like freaking.
It's like intense.
But that's Taj, and I'm not Taj. And I would try to surf like that because that's what got scored good, being fast and widgety and. And I tried for a decade. I tried to surf like Taj. Everything I did, I tried to do it just like he did.
And then you figured it out.
When I finally rode that Mini Simmons twin fin thing, it's like, I don't surf like that.
Right.
My body is just not made like that way.
Yep.
And I've really found my style.
Well, like, I remember, like, as a skateboarder, I looked up to, like, this guy named Rick McCrank and, like, Jamie Thomas, but I was never a good skater. But I would try to, like, if I landed something, to, like, land like they did. And I think it messes you up.
That's why the path of Curren,
Yeah.
you have to follow it, and then you have to get your own raft and go on your own.
Yeah.
Because your body's different, your bone structure is different.
Yeah.
But the path of Curren will take you to the right place you need to be.
And then find your way.
It's just like meditation. Like there's this one type of meditation that teaches for everyone, but eventually your just brain is the way your brain is, and you have to learn the way you are.
That's sick. Dude, Sterling's passionate, guys.
Dude, I freaking love it.
That's cool.
But there's only like 5 of us now. Well, before I hit my head, I was really tapping in.
Really?
I was doing some of my best surfing.
Dang.
I was like, and I was about to like start traveling again. I was like, dude, I'm kind of going to be gnarly. Because I was surfing so much better. I was 33. Like, I was kind of like at the right age.
Yeah.
And I hit my head, and then I had to learn to walk again. But I'm even deeper in it now. Like, all those years, like, I couldn't get on a surfboard for 2 years.
I know, that's so
And
crazy.
so, like, I would just all day think about it. And
mind surf?
yeah, like, I would just really, and I remember by the time I actually got to surf, I was almost better, even though my body was starting from scratch. Had to build all the muscles again, tendons.
Yep.
But now when I'm surfing, I'm almost more tapped in now. Like, because I had to use this inner strength to even walk and move around. So now when I'm surfing, it's even funner now.
Really?
Yeah.
It kind of reset you.
I'm just more tapped in. Like,
that's cool.
There's a lot more realms in us than you know. Not to take you there.
Don't tell me.
Well,
more realms.
There really is, dude. And I know it sounds crazy, but there's all kinds of realms in us that you don't even know you have.
Like spiritual realms, physical realms.
Well, most of us live in our minds. So if the realm you're living in is all analytical mind, there's I would say it's you have a heart field. And if you can move in that field, it's way more organic. It's way more like tapped in, and your reactions, you're just reacting spontaneously in the moment. So when it comes to surfing, instead of like thinking, I'm just being with the wave.
Okay.
So I'm coming from this super organic, like, when you watch like a freaking lion walking, it's just like freaking, like, it's so in tune and like gnarly.
Well, isn't your spirit animal like a black panther or something?
My spirit animal is a freaking black jaguar. Dude, since we're deep,
let's stay deep.
I watched The Lion King with my son.
That's deep.
Dude,
That movie.
Have you watched Lion King lately?
No.
It hits different when you're a dad.
Yeah, I could see getting emotional.
Dude, I got super emotional. And I was watching The Lion King, and when I watched it when I was younger, I didn't know this movie's foreshadowing my life.
Explain.
Because my dad died so similar. Like,
Oh, wow.
like, because Simba, his dad died trying to save him and stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't get to say goodbye to my dad.
Yeah.
And the journey after he died was so similar to Simba's.
Wow.
Like, because Simba, he felt so lost. He felt like it was his fault. Like, he was just a young child. He didn't know. No one was there to tell him, hey, it's not your fault.
Right.
Hey, it's okay. So I lived that way for like a decade. Like, this is my fault. I could have done this and that, this.
Yeah.
So I like the way he goes out in the jungle and kind of refines himself, but it's not. He was gaslighting his past. He's trying Hakuna Matata.
Yeah.
It means no worries.
Need no worries.
Which is what he needed at the moment.
Right.
He need to get through it. But his true self was calling, dude. Dude, this movie, we all need to watch it together.
Yeah.
And recalibrate the earth to it. I'm not even joking, dude.
Lion King.
Dude, it's so much deeper than a Disney movie.
Dude, I need to rewatch that movie.
So Simba, he's trying to freaking run from his past.
Right.
And dude, I did the same thing. I try to overwork. I try to be busy. I try to run from it. I try to be silly. I try to drink a bunch. I tried everything I could other than dealing with the hurt. And that's what Simba did. And then one day the monkey came to him, dude.
Dude, that is cool.
The monkey came to him, and Simba, he was like, "Oh, you don't even know who I am." And then he's like, "I know who you are. You're Mufasa's boy." And friggin' Simba's like, "What?" So then he freaking shows. He's like, "You know, your dad's still alive." Oh. And he's like, "What?" And so he freaking takes him to a lake, and he looks and sees his reflection.
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, that's just me." And he's like, "No, look closer." And he touches his heart.
Dun.
And he touches his heart, and he's like, "Your father's in you." And dude, it hit me so hard because it's real. Our family is still in us and helping us and cares about us. So I was like, watching a Disney movie this is nerd.
Your son's eating Cheetos and you're crying.
Well, dude, all the secrets of the universe were exploding in my mind because I'm like, yes, that's exactly it.
Wow. And
then his dad is you have to go back and fulfill the circle of life. You can't run from the circle of life.
Right.
And dude, that's why we're all depressed.
Circle of life.
Yeah, should we sing it? That's why we're all depressed, because we're trying. It's we don't want to our families is our history and our power, and there is, my dad was super tough on me and hard, and it's the same with freaking Mufasa and Simba. He's like, "No, you're gonna be a man one day, and you're gonna be in charge.
Yeah,
you're gonna be the one guiding the young ones." Right. And it's we try to run from that. It's no, we all have to become a man one day.
Yeah.
Whether you're a girl, guy, you can and I mean it in the sense of you're taking control of your life.
Yeah, you're not making excuses.
No more excuses.
Totally.
And to me, that was the metaphor of him coming back to himself, and he went back and took down Scar. And then he walked back up on the freaking cliff and roars,
dude.
And he took back and saved saved the freaking
the girl,
the jungle.
Oh
no, they're all depending on him.
That's right. He's the king. But we can all be the king in our families, in our world.
Yes, exactly. We all are kings in our family, and if one of us can figure it out, we can save our tribe.
Yeah.
And when we can all save our tribes, as a world, we can change.
Dang. And well, there's so many families out there that are like, they need a strong person in their family, and some of them it is Oma. It's a woman. It doesn't have to be a man. There's
no king or queen of your life.
Yeah.
I was sitting there with Wyatt, my son.
Yeah.
And dude, it was hitting him hard too. And I was like, I took him for a walk in the woods after, and I was kind of like, I kind of got deep on it. I was like, dude, I'm gonna die one day. And you're gonna have to step up, just like Simba.
Dude,
you're gonna have a family, and it's gonna be gnarly.
Yeah.
And it's kind of this reality check that people aren't getting anymore.
Right. They do the sex
Everything's
talk.
so easy. What?
Dads will do the sex talk.
Right,
They'll do that kind of stuff, but not. I'm just saying, this. Kind of
we
stuff.
don't talk about that.
I don't think I've never sat my son down and been like that.
Well, it's something maybe something inside yourself you haven't dealt with yet. Because at a young age, I was forced.
Right.
I was forced it.
Yeah.
And I remember I was at my dad's funeral, and this guy came up to me. His name was Mike, and he comes up to me, he puts his hands on me. He's like, you don't become a man until your father dies.
Wow.
And I remember it was hitting me so hard, whoa.
Jeez.
And it's so true, because I think you finally become a grown-up, or a man in our realm, you don't have anyone you can go to.
Yeah.
That's when you become a man. It's with my brain injury, it's I didn't have anyone to run to.
Yeah. Well, and guys like me that still have their dads, it is a whole nother perspective.
Well, for me, it's when I had the brain injury, no one was going to save me.
Right.
It was either swim or sink. And honestly, it's the best thing that ever happened to me. I know it sounds crazy, but when your back is against the wall.
Yeah.
And there's I think, that's what they mean when God has you where he wants you. Sometimes he lets you almost die for a good reason. It was I was out of excuses in life. I was out of people to run to. I didn't have a dad anymore.
Yeah.
That's when I became me. I remember sitting at this tree, and I just felt like my days were numbered. I remember only being awake 2 hours of the day. Jeez. And I remember that I was getting down to an hour of just being awake, and no one was checking in on me. No one was going to save me. And I just remember being in a deep dream realm. I remember my dad, I remember seeing my dad and grandmother crying.
Wow.
And just I thought it was over. And I just got this one, I was just, sorry to go so deep, but it was just when I was just awake for 1 hour of the day, I was thinking about how much it took for me to be alive. So much of my ancestors, so much had happened through history for me to for my everything to form just right, for me to be alive. And I had taken it for granted my whole life. And then I'm down to maybe my last breath.
Your last breath. Could have been.
I was down to my last breath. And I was well, what if I just give it one more try? What if I just try to live one more time? And dude, that was the wind changing. on my sails. It was like, it was me digging myself out of, death. The reason, like, it's the best thing that ever happened to me, when I wake up, I'm like,
right.
Dude, you don't understand.
I know.
When I go to the gym, I'm just like, 5 years ago, my goal was to get to my van.
Right. And
now I'm freaking pushing 500 pounds, beating up lesbians.
Dude, you're on top.
No, it's like there's a mountain we have to climb within ourselves.
Right. And everybody's different.
We all have to climb it.
We all have this.
We all have to face fear. We're all going to die. And like, we have to find life before it happens.
And I think the biggest thing is everyone, including me, always has excuses. Well, this, well, that. This kid, I have this many kids, this much money issues. But there's no excuses.
Well, do you want to freaking live or not?
Right. Exactly. You got to decide that.
Like, it's on.
I need to watch Lion King.
Dude, I'm telling you, like, it was hitting me so gnarly because, like, everything I've gone through, all the philosophies, like, the way he's talking about, he's telling Simba, one day I'm going to die and my body goes into the grass and the antelope eat the grass and we eat the antelope. And, like, he's, like, talking about the circle of life. I'm like, dude, like, yes, this is exactly it. Like, this is real connection. And when you take responsibility of your life, dude, it's like when you're on, when you're freaking on, it changes everything around you.
Yeah.
Like, one person can really change the world.
Totally.
In their realms.
Totally.
It's like, dude, I remember just being so depressed in my early 20s, just like so down on myself and like everything's just, and like, and every kid I'm around, they're that way.
I know. Well, you at that time, chasing that dream you thought you was your dream, like surf movies.
Dude, that is the freaking mirage.
Yeah.
Fame, money, it's all a mirage. You never, you can get it, but there's no happiness in it. It's like, dude, the brain injury, it was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Yeah.
And I've lived the raddest life before.
I know.
Like, I've done the coolest things, and I'm telling you, like, going through such gnarly suffering, every day you want to die, every day you don't know if you're going to live, dude, that's when it's on. Yeah. That's when the journey is real. That's when, like, it's freaking on, dude. And I felt alive even though I was dying.
Crazy.
Like, sometimes I miss the suffering. I know that sounds crazy.
Yeah.
Something about, dude, suffering is the key to life transformation.
Yeah.
I just wish we could. You don't want it.
No, definitely not.
You don't want to go through a brain injury. Yeah. But where can we find the motivation without having to? Maybe that's a part of life. That's why they talk about the valley of the shadow of death.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, that was my 40 days and 40 nights in the freaking desert with the devil.
Dude. Guys, go watch Lion King. Go turn on Lion King. That was sick, Sterling.
Dude, freaking step up to the plate.
Let's do it, guys.
I feel like being a man is like weird now.
I know.
Like, get freaking ripped.
You voted for Trump.
Honestly, do you want to know?
No, I don't want to know. Don't say
I've never voted.
I know. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, and comment. We love you guys. We got to get out of here somehow.
How's it? Thank you for watching Pinch My Salt, the hit podcast of the world's #1 surfer, Sterling Spencer. You know the rules. Subscribe and tickle that like button. Pinch My Salt.
When he's singing Hakuna Matata, I haven't seen the movie in forever. Is it he's kind of like in that distracted zone? Okay, so that wasn't a good thing. It was Pumbaa and...
It's what he needed at the moment.
Okay.
Because it was just so heavy.
Okay, I get it.
Like, sometimes you do need to check out.
Sometimes you need a little Hakuna Matata.
Yeah,
a
dude.
little West Peak or something.
Hakuna Matata.
All right.